Okay. Hopefully we're live. It should be live here any second. Let me check. If you are here joining us, this is for our Leave It to the Prose book club for November. I totally forgot what month we were in for a minute.
Okay, yeah, it's live.
Okay, cool. So this is for The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay. So definitely let us know if you are joining us. Oh, good. Hey, Monica. Hello, Lexi. Okay, good. Hello, everybody. I was running late, so sorry about that. Yay. Okay, everybody's here. Okay. So I've been so off my game. I've been sick for the past week and a half. And this is the first book I've read in a week and a half. So I'm behind on all the things.
Oh my gosh. Did you finish it?
Yeah. Finished it last.
Mm-hmm. I finished mine today while I was working, so.
I had to start and finish it yesterday.
Oh, I started it Sunday. It just takes me a while to read now, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to talk about it, though. Let us know in the comments if you read this one. I'm intrigued to see what everybody thought about it.
Yeah.
Did you do the audio?
I did.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I was reading along, if I was in bed with the Kindle, my Kindle, because it's on Kindle Unlimited, but.
Yeah. So this is, I think, our third Kate Quinn that we've read so far for this. Let's see. You tried, okay.
Yeah, Lexi enoughed it.
Oh, okay. How far in did you get, Lexi?
I don't know if she said, but.
Yeah. I saw she had put she was currently reading on Goodreads, and I was curious what she was going to think of it. So I kept checking her Instagram stories if she'd put an update. Oh, 50%. Okay. Yeah, if you did read it, let us know what you gave it. I read it. Did the audio gave it 5 stars. Sitting on it, though, I'd say it's more 4.5 stars. Okay. I like that. Listen, haven't finished, struggling with keeping my interest. Okay. Yep. So should we say what we gave it to? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm 72% and now have been debating DNFing so much. Yeah, but something is just keeping me going. Okay.
I don't know if it's me being in a certain mood. I really liked this one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I literally, everyone's DNFing it. I don't know what you get. What did you give it?
I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I had a hard time with it.
What?
I'm shocked. I thought we'd be on the same page. I'm glad you loved it.
Well, okay, so I don't know. Okay, out of the Kate Quinn books I read, I think The Briar Club is still my favorite. Then this one, and then The Rose Code.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I would rank them. So I think I would give it a 4, a solid 4-star. The beginning was slow for me. It was a little slow. I read most of it in the last 2.5 days, but I started it on Saturday or Sunday, and I got 20% in, and I just put it down for a while. So it was slow to get into, but I was listening to it, and I actually teared up at a part. I was like,
okay.
So I'm okay. So it was, I thought it was really good. I mean, I gave The Briar Club and
The Rose Code.
That's the one. Yeah. They're both of those 4 stars, but I would say this one's up there with 4-star Briar Club rather than The Rose Club's a 3.5.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So other people really liked it as well. Okay. I've been bored, but I feel like the last bit is going to be good. That's why I haven't given up yet. Okay. Let's see. Monica said the ending was perfect. The revenge is awesome. I also love that I got to know about her. I looked her up. Yes. Yeah. I liked that as well. I actually looked her up as well myself because I loved the history part of it. So that's why I gave it 3 stars. I loved learning about the character, but I feel like the pacing was kind of off in different parts of the books for me. It'd be really interesting. I'd get invested, and then I'm like, okay, nothing feels like it's happening. And I kind of didn't like the things that the author added to make it fictionalized. I kind of just wanted a history book about the person. So I don't know.
See, I didn't look up anything until the very end, so I was along for the ride. I was confused the first 50% with why we're going back and forth to her being in Washington. I don't know, I was like kind of confused by that part. I was like, I don't get it. But as things like gotten further into the book, I see that like the dates got closer and closer together. So I was like, oh, okay. Like this is obviously meaning something. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a little suspensey
Yeah.
there at the end. I was like, okay.
Yeah, which if people haven't read the book or they're wanting to know what we're even talking about, so this is The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn, and this is a historical fiction where it's based off of a real life person. So Mila Pavlichenko, what's her last name? Is that it?
Pavlichenko?
Yeah.
Probably.
So she was in the Red Army she like was in the Soviet Union fighting during World War II, and she was a female sniper who had like 309, I think they said, kills to her name, and then she was actually injured and she's eventually brought over to the US to kind of be this like spokesperson propaganda type of situation for World War II and getting people involved still. And she had like a really close relationship with Eleanor Roosevelt, who was the first lady at the time. So yeah, that's kind of the basic premise of the story. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love what she did later, like in life and like even in the book, how she goes back and starts training other women or men to fight and kind of like do all of these things and showing that kind of like dichotomy of like being a woman but being like strong in what she was doing. I did really love that. And like every time her looks were brought up like by the US like media and stuff, like they wanted to talk about like, oh, your skirt's not short enough, or like, do you wear lipstick, or like all these like things about like being a woman, and instead she's like, can we just talk about my career here, like what are we doing?
Yeah. I did like the whole part of the book, like the kind of like, I don't know if it's themed the right word, but that's like the whole part of the book where anytime anyone would try and say something other than like her career, even in the military, like different officers and commanders and stuff like that, that's where I was like, I like that part of it where she would like bring it back and be like, I am in charge. Like I'm the one that you guys should be like learning all this stuff from. And it took her a
Yeah.
while to get to that, like, I think it's officer level, I think it was that she wanted to be at. I'm assuming the fictional parts was like her husband, her real husband, and then the other people. I'm assuming that was all fictional. I don't know if that's all real or not. I didn't look up past like just what if she was
Yeah.
an actual sniper and what her kill count was. But
Yeah, like the whole, because there's kind of like a mystery element to the story as well with like that, which right at the beginning of the book, like in the prologue or whatever, you hear about like it's somebody else's POV of they're like a sniper and they're possibly going to try to assassinate the president at the time and all that. So like they're kind of talking about her career and highlights throughout. So I feel like, yeah, that part I feel like took away from the story for me.
yeah,
But I do like Kate Quinn's writing, and I feel like all of her books that I've read have felt so different. Like I can't
yeah.
tell what is her like author voice because they're all so like broad and different. I like that though.
Yeah, I didn't like the rose code. I felt like it was like too much. I was trying to like really honing in on like a historical mystery. That's really what that was. And I felt like the Briar Club was a really good, like solid historical fiction, which I think that's her newest book that she's released is the Briar Club. I don't think she's had any other ones. And then the like this one is like a little bit mystery for me. Like I was trying to figure out who this sharpshooter was and all like the twist at
Mm-hmm.
the end a little bit. But it wasn't like too much for me, if that makes sense. So I was like how the rose code was. So I really actually liked it. Like I liked the love interest. Like I was tearing up when a certain character died. I was like,
Mm,
so
yeah.
sad. And now she literally
Yeah.
like blocked her shit. And I mean, I hated her husband. I think he was obviously like the whole time. I was like, I could have done without him throughout this whole
Yeah.
take him out of
Yeah.
there.
All that drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and she's like a single mom this whole time as well. Like, so I liked that part of how she was like writing letters to her son and kind of like trying to teach him about like the trees and leaves around her and still try to like be a mom, but also like fight and do all the things she was doing in the war.
Yeah, because I feel like if it was on the flip side, like all the men that may have had kids back home, they wouldn't have done that. Like they wouldn't
Right.
have taken that and even tried to talk. It would have been like at the end of a letter, hey, how's the kids? Tell them I love them type of a thing. So I think that
Yeah.
shows how she was still like trying to be a mom.
Hmm. For sure. Let's see. I think I need the physical book for an immersive read. Yeah. I did the same. Like I hopped back and forth, like you were saying, Tori, like to the Kindle Unlimited. And because there was a like one moment I think I highlighted when she was talking about like being a woman and being a sharpshooter like goes kind of hand in hand because women are used to like putting down the rage and having like a calm, cool. I was
Yeah.
like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Quinn said that she split her second husband into her two love interests. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Of like her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have the same first name, which threw me off too.
That confused me. And also, the second Alexi has a K last name, but
Mm-hmm.
her partner also has a K last name. So when I was listening to the audiobook, I was like, it took me a second. Like that was kind of confusing. And I think it's just because it's like different Russian names and they all kind of like start kind of like the same way. So I was trying to, I don't know, I was trying to figure that out. But once I realized who was who and this new commander was like a different person, I was like, okay,
Right.
here we go.
Yes, liked that she was an academic at heart and made her character really interesting. Yeah, that's what I liked as well. So like her as a character and a person, like even the fictionalized version, those are all the parts I liked. It was kind of the like external stuff happening in the plot that I wasn't as invested in.
Yeah.
But everything about her I loved.
I did like her relationship with Eleanor Roosevelt. I don't know like how much of that is actually like true. But I did really, really like how she really became a friend. Like at the beginning, she was like, I don't really like this Eleanor person. Like, who is she? Like, she's just a woman. Has basically, I think at one point she's like, she's never seen war. Like, she has no idea. And then towards like at the end, you kind of see that they've become really close friends, especially like when she goes to visit. I think she goes to visit Moscow, if I'm not mistaken.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eleanor does, and I like that part of it.
Yeah, I liked that as well. Which apparently that part is all true. Like they were really close friends. I thought I missed comments. Maybe not. Oh, this one, yeah.
Oh yeah, she had a lot of.
Definitely did.
Yeah. She was like, "This is just my job. This is just what I do." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of things that I did like about it, and it kept my attention. There wasn't like any parts like I could have done without her husband, her real husband, being like an asshole the whole time. Like I wish she would have just like divorced him. But I feel like I guess now knowing the end of what happened and how he played a part of it, she kind of had to like drag him along the way. But it was just like for me, I was like this woman who has been like through hell. Like how many times has she been injured? How many times has she been, you know, doing all of this stuff? She's trying to be a mom. She's trying to stay calm and be a sharpshooter. Train these guys who, to the outside world, they don't really like no other men respect her besides her like platoon. And then you see she loses basically everything at that point. So 4 stars. Like a solid 4 star. Because the beginning was a little slow.
Yeah. I had to re-listen to the beginning a few times, like when she's talking with her dad or whatever and like deciding what she wants to do and all that. Because I was like, wait, where are we at in the timeline? Because like we had just started in Washington, D.C., like in the future of the book, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I wish she would have brought in the like Washington, D.C. part after we were kind of like in the like after the conversations with her parents and like basically when she goes into the military. Like that's when I feel like she probably could have started with the Washington. I just for me with not is it called dual timeline? I don't know. The back and forth, the POV between like past, present or 2 different times. If you start off at the beginning, you're like trying to focus on 2 different stories and like you're not going to understand, like you can't guess where they're going to line up, right? There's no way you can guess that until you get to the end. So I feel like this with a lot of even historical fiction books. I can't really think of any one off the top of my head, but I do struggle with the beginning of like separating it because you're trying to follow 2 different stories.
Yeah.
And get the hang of both, like the characters that are happening, what's going on in this, like why they're even relevant at this point rather than just throwing them in there. So I do wish that she would have started with like the Washington, D.C. stuff just a little bit later.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I have a hard time like connecting sometimes to the characters or caring about that first scene that we might get. That's more of like a shock sometimes. And it's like, okay, why should I care though about so-and-so and like what position they're in? Like, who are they still?
Yeah, that I didn't even remember what the prologue was until you said that. And I was like, oh yeah, that was actually the prologue. Because it's like, you don't know who she is as a character. You don't care that this person's coming after her. You're like, okay, that's fine. But I feel like once you get to know her, then you're like, oh, this person's actually trying to blame her for the assassination. Wait, what's happening? Like, does Roosevelt get assassinated? Like, you're asking all these questions like, okay, And then when they go back and forth through the timeline, I'm like, oh, okay, if these are things are happening. So like once the like the time difference, they went back and forth like 40-50% in, I was like on board with the going back and forth because I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like that's her after the war, basically. Obviously something happens to make her go on this propaganda tour or whatever. But like we're getting to that point. You can see that they're like merging. At the beginning, I was like, oh, it's too much to keep up with right now.
Yeah. And some of the times, because like we see her in her training and then of course in war as well. And I feel like some of those times though, they almost felt like not glossed over, but I felt like I didn't get like a clear picture of what was happening until after she'd kind of come back and kind of rehash it or talk about like how many kills they had that day and stuff like that. And I feel like we didn't really, it was like glazed over. Like we didn't really see some of that.
I don't know if she edited out. Like, I don't know if her editor, they wanted to take it out because it's towards like the last half of the book where they're like in a trench and they talk about building the trench, like her and her partner and stuff like that. Like, I liked that part of it, but I was like, I don't remember that happening at the beginning. It's because they would come together and be like, oh, you killed this many, you killed this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because she wrote it then. Like, it's a long book by itself. Like, it's decently long for historical fiction. So I don't know if they wanted her to take it out because it was too descriptive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked the second part of it where we actually got to see her.
Yeah.
I'd rather it kind of be glossed over. Well, maybe not that scene because it was kind of important taking down like her and her partner, but like glossed over later in the books, and I would have preferred to see it at the beginning because it's interesting.
I agree. Yeah.
The nitty gritty type of it.
Yeah. And then it kind of gives you a better picture, like, or at least when I read, like I can picture the things that I'm seeing and what situation they're in. So I would rather have seen what she was going through and all that earlier as well.
Rather than just be told.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the book.
No.
It sounds like you didn't hate the book either, but it was like mid.
Yeah. It was just okay for me. Like I would still recommend it, I think, to people who maybe want more of like a true person's type of story, like fictionalized, obviously, but like, yeah. And I thought it was interesting to have this like kind of different World War II story about this person I didn't know existed before in history. So I did like that.
And I can see why, Casey just said I felt like I everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why people, if halfway through the book, like Lexi DNF'd it halfway through, is because you were being told a lot of this stuff. But I loved the last half because you were really, really shown a lot. You were shown her emotions. And I don't know if that's kind of like how she wanted you to see it because she is a hard-ass sniper at the beginning, like stone cold, no emotions. And then when all this stuff happens halfway through the book, you're like, okay, here's all the emotions. She can cry, she can scream, she can rage and do all that stuff. You know, she can take on the meaty and she doesn't have to be like a sharpshooter and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if that's what she tried to do, but I feel like that kind of like hindered the writing experience if that was like on
purpose. Yeah, which was all my issues with of like how the story was told, and it would kind of like start to build up and then take us out and go to this other timeline in DC, or she's like palling around with Eleanor Roosevelt. And so it would kind of like, that's why I felt like the pace was just like all over the place for me because of her like writing choices. So I don't know. I'm curious why she wrote it like the way she did, you know?
Yeah. Because I know like the Briar Club, that was the one where it was like different POVs and it was like counting down to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Or something where it was like, that I liked. That timeline I liked because you get everyone's story right then and there, and you know once you move on, you're getting someone else's, and you're already invested. So then you see that character, you're like, oh, okay, I know her story. What's going on, like the previous year that she was dealing with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
The farther we go back with like someone's backlist, it's interesting to see because we did that with Kristen Hanna. I've been kind of doing that this year with like reading some of her stuff, but
which this one I think was written. Because this one was like 2022, so I think this is the one right before the Briar Club.
Yes. Yeah, because her
actually thought it was older.
Was to everyone who was able to create or write in COVID or something like that.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Oh, cool. That's fun.
I didn't know that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, I like her writing overall, and like the Briar Club, I feel like that one just grabbed my attention in the beginning. Like, even though that kind of had a shock moment too, because there's like a dead body on the floor, and they're like, and then you're kind of like, who the heck died? So I feel like that one had shock, but it like grabbed my attention in the beginning. And I just liked kind of that mystery with all those characters in that house setting more.
It kind of,
So,
is it Knives Out? I don't think it's Knives Out. Is it Knives Out? Like that kind of
yeah.
like mystery where you're like a who did it type of a thing.
Yep.
So like,
Hmm.
yeah, she definitely leans Kate. Oh my God, I'm gonna say Kate. Hold back.
Yeah, Kate Quinn.
Kate Quinn, she definitely leans into mystery with all of her books. That's kind of like the undercurrent. But for me, it's like trying to find like which ones lean. Like I feel like the Rose Code leans way too much in the mystery, and I was like glossing over a lot. It was very
Yeah.
like textbook. It was a lot of those type of things. I was like, that's too much. Like that's too much. And I feel like this was like a nice like balance, I guess, between like some of the more like academic stuff that she would randomly go off and talk about, the military parts of it, like all of that stuff. And maybe it's because like my brother's going through similar not like rifle training, but like training right now. So like I hear a lot of that stuff when he calls me every day, type of a thing. So yeah, I don't mind it. I was just thinking of this. I thought of it yesterday, last night. I was like, wow, I wonder if we're going to talk about like after at all, because I didn't know where the ending, like I didn't know where we were going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it is hard when you read other good like historical fiction books and then you read another one, you know? Yeah, The Women, always.
Yes.
Yeah. Such a good one. Yeah.
I did think
I agree.
about that because I was thinking her being a nurse in the military and then her not getting the respect because she's a woman. Like that same undercurrent, which I feel like the Flight Girls by Noelle Salazar kind of had that. Like some people didn't look at them, you know, as women in a higher role. Like they didn't get the same respect, but like the people who worked with them, the guys who worked with those women knew that, okay, yeah, they're the real deal type of thing. So I think that's always been an undercurrent in all historical fiction, especially when they follow a woman. But for some reason, the women just like...
Yeah, Kristen Hanna's like in a league of her own. I feel like she's just on such like a upward trend. Her books are just so good.
Yes.
Which, yeah, that's what I like too about, well, especially reading historical fiction written by women today. Like they really focus on strong women who were overlooked in history and treated horribly and kind of all of those injustices, which is what I love about reading about them. So, yeah. Let's see. But Monica said, yeah, she likes Kate Quinn's writing. I agree. I like her writing. It's just sometimes some of her plotting or I don't know, her
execution of the story kind of lacks in certain ways. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard because like she's a good writer. There's no doubt about that, right? I feel the same way about like The Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. She's a great writer. She can write, but just like for some reason that execution of that book just like didn't work for me in particular.
Same. Yeah, same. Yep. Which I feel like we'd always have, like even with favorite authors, like you're going to have some that just don't hit the same or work right for you and all of that.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm not purposely trying to compare them. Like it just happens with my mind, you know, like sometimes you watch or read a lot of stuff and then your mind's just going to automatically be like, this version was told better, you know, or hit better for me.
Excuse me, I didn't even think about the women being like, obviously you could read the blurbs, right, and kind of compare like a strong woman being in the military, you know probably what's going to happen, but it didn't hit me until I think she was talking about her platoon and like those guys, and she was trying to train new guys to come into her platoon because she lost some, and for some reason that scene clicked. I was like, oh, it's like her being a nurse, and I wonder what kind of PTSD she's going to have after. And then I was reading a little bit farther and it got to the part where she lost her second love interest, I guess, her husband and name, I guess you could say. And she was having those moments and I was like, oh, well, we're going to talk about PTSD. But then they kind of just like glossed it over.
Yeah.
I mean, which probably did happen. That's probably true. Like, here's 2 weeks in the hospital. Here's a couple pills to calm your ass down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll move on type of a thing. You know, guys probably had that same thing. They probably did the same thing with that, but.
Yeah. Which one of the things, because I actually didn't even think of the women at all when reading this book. I just like am thinking about it now because we're talking about it. But like, yeah, I wasn't comparing it really to anything besides like Kate Quinn's other books and stuff like that as I was going probably. Like that was the only thoughts in my mind, I think. But one part I was going to say that you just reminded me of that, which I don't know, this is random, but like it kept taking me out every time she kept saying like, my memoir, the official version, like my memoir, the unofficial version. Like at the beginning of every single chapter, I was like, okay, I get it. Like
Yeah, but there was one chapter heading, because that's why I was like, I looked at the Kindle version, just like glanced at it, 'cause I was like, what the fuck is this supposed to be like
Yeah.
chapter heading? Like, what are they? And it's like part of it, but there was one where it was just like ... She didn't actually have anything. I was like, I don't care. Like, we could have taken those out.
I
Like,
could have done without that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of a weird. Some of them made sense because it would kind of like give you like a preview of what's going to come, but other times it was
Yeah.
annoying. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I think it was used too much because then I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, let's move on.
yeah,
Yeah.
clearly what was told doesn't always match like what actually happened. We got that.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. Her plotting and the beats are slightly off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And like sometimes it's just gonna hit differently, like depending on when you read it, what you're going through. Like it's just,
Yeah.
you know, it's just gonna be like that. But I mean, she's an author I'd still pick up. Like I do really
for
enjoy her
sure.
books.
I went to drop off some books to like do buybacks from my local used bookstore, and I was like, because Brandon helped me, I was like, ooh, ooh. My brother, hang on.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna call me because he didn't call me today. Hang on.
you're good.
But I looked at her. I always look at Kate Quinn. Like I always go for the people, authors that I know, and they had a hardback of this book, but it was like $13 and it was used for a hardback. And I was like, I have paperbacks of her books, so I was like, I don't really want to buy a hardback when I have the paperback, but I definitely want to read more. I have the Alice Network. I did get that one.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Definitely want to read.
There's a novella from her that I read that was that's like my favorite thing she's done, which was The Signal Moon, I think it is, which is on KU Read and Listen. That was so good. And it was like,
really?
I don't even want to say what it's about because it will like give it away, but it was so good. Totally different though, but I loved that one.
Is it historical fiction?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Which there's like something to it, so I wouldn't read like too much about it, but it was fun.
I don't know if I've seen this cover.
Yeah, I loved it. I read it, I think, last year after we did.
Only 57 pages.
Yeah, it's a super short novella, but like it's packed in and it's like some twists and turns and super good. I liked it.
Okay, I downloaded it.
But I feel like that's still my favorite from her, and then The Briar Club. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like I might have to give this one like 3.5 stars because after talking about it, and like The Rose Code's still my least favorite, and that one I think I also gave 3.5 stars, and I'm like, okay, I like this one more. So like now where am I falling?
Yeah, like how they go. I will say I didn't look at the blurb of that one, but I wanted to see other books because I'm on her Amazon page. She has the Astral Library coming out in February.
Yeah, that's on my
Fantastical Adventure.
Yeah. And I think it has like sprayed edges and like all the work on the hardcover.
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like she writes so much stuff. Like she's all over the place with her writing, which I kind of like. It's kind of fun to see which ones work for you. Let's see.
I have a lot of books to catch up on. I have The Huntress.
Which I will say, this one, The Diamond Eye, I had never heard of it. Like the Rose Code and all the other ones we read from her, I had heard of, but this one was like new, so I liked it.
Okay, she doesn't have that many more historical fiction that I haven't read. She has the Alice Network, The Huntress, this little novella. She has The Phoenix Crown with Janie Chang, which I actually have that physical book.
Oh,
I wrote that one. And then she kind of has The Empress of Rome, a series, which I'm assuming that's not the historical fiction.
Maybe her older stuff, yeah.
Interesting.
Casey said this is her first from Kate Quinn, and With the Women So Fresh in My Mind. Yeah, totally. I get that of not being intentionally like, it just happens. Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I probably should look at Pango. I didn't even think about.
I didn't think about that either. I always look at like used bookstores for Kate Quinn. Yeah. Okay, I think I missed some of these. Okay. I have not, but this is on my TBR, and I saw it was like one of, which I mean doesn't mean too much, but like it was on Goodreads, like historical fictions, but like that pretty pink like cover with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I think for Christmas I'm asking obviously for like gift cards and stuff for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to see, especially this one. I feel like there might be a used books of hers at my used bookstore because I want to go back.
And, like, Kristen Harmel or Kate Quinn?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to pick up some and add some to my library because It's like when I
I've
find
never read her.
no, I haven't either. But when I find a historical fiction author, I tend to read like all of their stuff. Like I did that with Kristen Hanna and basically almost caught up with
Yeah.
a decent amount of the books that I want to read. I think I just have the Four Winds left. That's like one of the big ones I have left. And I'm like holding on to it because I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get another one. But like Kate Quinn, I would love to read some more of hers and get like caught up on her backlist because it's like when you find a historical, it's kind of like any author, right? But when you find one that works and you really connect with their stories, you're like, okay, the writing is still going to be there. It's going to be solid. The plot, the story will change, but we'll give it a try type of a thing. And she's one that I feel like I would like when I read her.
Mm-hmm.
I have hopes.
I agree. Yeah, I want to read this one as well. Maybe we'll have to do it next year or something.
Do I start with her newest book and then go back?
I know. There's that too. True. I don't believe she is. She usually takes like at least 3 years in between releases, and with the women being just last year, she might not have one till like 2027 at least.
Yeah, and they did those special editions for the Nightingale, so she's still like making money doing stuff. I think she went on tour for actually a couple.
Yeah, true. And with that movie coming out too, she might be busy for a while. Yeah, she takes her time, but I feel like it's worth it because of all of her research and writing. Like, hers always just emotionally hit me too. Yeah. For sure. Yep. Don't think I missed anything else. If you guys have read other, I was gonna say Kristen Hanna, Kate Quinn books, let us know like if there's others that you liked. I always hear about the Alice Network. Like I have that one on my shelves as well.
Let me see. I don't remember.
I think it was made into a movie, wasn't it?
This paperback doesn't have any. It says Reese's Book Club, so I don't know if it was turned into it after. But
maybe not. Oh, it says it was picked up for a TV miniseries.
Interesting. So it's dual time around 1915 for World War I and then 1947 World War II. So it's about like two women different times that they're. One's a spy. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's going to get a movie. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it is. Or it's been picked up at least in like pre-production type of stuff if it happens. In development, I mean. Yeah.
And then the Huntress. Oh, they have like a little blurb for the Huntress at the back, like a little peek. So maybe that one came after. But this one is a Russian female bomber pilot who is forced to track down the Huntress, a Nazi war criminal gone to ground in America.
Ooh.
Oh, it's English journalist and a Russian female bomber. They joined forces. Okay. Interesting.
That kind of reminds me of the one we just read then, kind of that similar type of World War II setting. Interesting.
Oh, this is what Kate Quinn looks like. I don't think I've ever looked at her photo.
Oh, she's blonde.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen her before either.
Yeah. That's definitely one I want to get to.
Yeah.
In my little collection.
Same.
But I do like her stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And the more I talk about it, like I did like more of it than I didn't. So it's always like I have my like first gut reaction of my reading, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I did like all this other stuff.
I've been reading a lot of like fantasy, so like coming from fantasy to kind of like the real life stuff. Like I say real life, but like history stuff. It's like, oh, it's totally different. So I don't compare it to what I'm currently reading.
Yeah. I get that. I love the history of it and learning about the lady, like the real lady. I went and read stuff about her and was like, oh, I want to know more about that because that's what I love about historical fiction.
Yeah, I did. I looked up a real photo of her because like she talks about her hair being cut really short in the book. And I'm like, what does it look like the cover? Like, what is this? What is the cover supposed to be? Is it supposed to be Eleanor Roosevelt? I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. But I was like, why did they choose like a picture perfect female character? Because clearly she's not that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, well, and she even like kind of not really like kind of like fights against that vibe of kind of portraying her like that too. So I was like, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be her while she's in America, like more Americanized, and that's what they're going. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I agree.
That for the cover.
Yeah. Which maybe, I don't know which part of her life was that, if that's supposed to be like after or something. I have no idea, but I thought that was interesting as well. I mean, the cover is really pretty and striking, but maybe they just wanted to grab people's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Right down by my feet. She's like,
aw. But yeah, otherwise I think that's all we have for our November book. Mm,
That's a good, yeah.
yeah, for sure. Are we still gonna do that Christmas with the Queen one for next month? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. I was
I'm good
hoping
with that.
so. Okay, good. So
Well,
for
because
December,
last year for Christmas it was by the same people. So the last pair.
oh, I forgot it's both of them, right? Or is it just one?
No, it was both of them. What is it called? The Last Christmas in
This
Paris?
one? Oh, the last one, yeah. The Last Christmas in Paris.
Okay, I was like blanking on the
Yeah.
name, but yeah, it's by the same two people.
Oh, I was thinking this one, like Christmas with the Queen, was just one of them. It's both of them?
Oh no, I thought it was both, unless I'm wrong.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Hang on. I have it saved on Hoopla because I was like, I don't remember where. I was trying to figure out the name in one of my reading sprints. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. So for December, we're reading Christmas with the Queen by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. This is, at least on both Tori and I's, is on our Hoopla, and I think I saw it on Libby possibly. So I love the cover. It's so pretty.
Let's see if it's on
I'm excited.
Christmas with the
Let's see.
Queen. Oh,
Oh,
it's not on.
Casey, you totally have to go back and read the one from last year. That's one of my favorite historical fictions of all time. Oh,
I just edited my holiday book recs and I put that one in there. I was like, wait, okay, listen though.
Yeah.
Just
you
read
needed to
it.
cry.
Oh yeah. I literally was like, we run a book club, me and Christy. We cried while reading and then we almost cried while we were talking about it.
Yeah.
It was so good, yeah.
Oh, so good.
So
I have high hopes. Hopefully I don't compare it as much to this one from them. I'm gonna try not to. But like I
don't
trust
know if
them.
this one I didn't want to read too much of the blurb. I don't think
Me neither.
seemed like wartime, more so after the war, or it's in England during the war is happening. So I feel like it's a little far, like still far removed.
Yeah. And the other one was World War One, and I'm assuming this one's World War Two, right?
That's where it's
frame. Yeah. I'm excited too.
I do like them because I read Mimi and Monaco by them years ago, and that one was good.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Yes.
This one's Queen Elizabeth II. I do know that they will sometimes take like high profile people. So like Meet Me in Monaco. Oh my God, who the hell is that person? Oh, it's going to bum me. They took like a high profile person.
Like a celebrity or a...
You're going to know her name in a second. As soon as I say it, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Grace Kelly. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Who she
so
became
it's not about Grace
Monaco,
Kelly.
right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did she? Yeah.
What?
Didn't she become like a princess over there? Didn't she get married to
somebody? She got married,
and
it's around her wedding. So like it's about a perfumer, someone who makes perfume like over there. And Grace Kelly walks into her shop and it kind of like goes from there. Like, so it's not about, you're not following like Grace Kelly in her head. It's more like the people surrounding her and how they interact with her. And it's a smaller part of it, but it was still really good. I gave it 4 stars.
Okay. So almost similar to this one with like Eleanor Roosevelt being in it, you know?
Yes.
Ooh,
I need to get a physical copy. Oh, I'm going to look at that when I go to my used books.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Love her.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. December's will be fun. Yeah. And another year of finishing out these historical fiction, which I love, finding like these new to us authors and stuff.
Did we?
And then coming back to favorites.
Yes. Did we read a whole year last year, or was it only 6 months last year?
No, because we started in the summer.
Oh, we did? Okay. I couldn't remember if it was last year or the year before if we started.
Yeah. So this was like the full calendar year. Yeah.
We had some good picks. Some great, some not so great, but.
Yeah. Oh, I started that too. Did you start that?
Yeah, I think I was going back and forth because I had the audiobooks. My copy is like getting delayed, like my physical book.
Oh,
so freaking annoyed. So I had to pause Brimstone to finish this book. I think I'm like 40% into Brimstone, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just about 40%.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like barely started it, so I'm at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I did start it on Monday night, because I was doing sprints actually Monday night, and I just so happened to look at Hoopla. just to see if it had, because I was like 200 something in line for Libby.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on Hoopla early. It was on there Monday night. So I started listening.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and then I paused
nice.
it
Yeah.
to finish this book. So I was going back and forth. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm along for
Yeah.
the ride.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to get to it. Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about it. I just don't want someone to spoil it for me. Like, that's
I know, same.
I'm going to see some
Yeah.
spoiler on stories or some stupid stuff like that. Like, please don't do that.
I know. I have to avoid like social media a lot in general, like lately, because of people spoiling things, like spoiling books, they're spoiling TV shows before I can watch them. Like, don't spoil things. Like, I don't get why people do that.
No.
Yeah. Yep. But I think that's all that we have. Oh.
Oh, for Brimstone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love the Seven Rings. That's a good one.
That's the
Nora
conclusion
Roberts.
to the Inheritance, right? That trilogy.
Yeah, that's my favorite series from her. It's really good. But yeah, I think that's all that we have today. So thank you everybody for joining us. I feel like this was a good chat about Kate Quinn and like her books and all the things.
Yeah.
And we will share when we have our December live show like later on. But yeah, I'm excited to do that one as well. So yeah, that's all that we have. So thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.